Good day everyone, I'm Eric Padre-Droca and we are Group 14. I'm here today to talk to you about the developmental aspects of Therapeutic Community Modality Program or the TCMP, which is the vocational or survival skills aspects. So let's tackle this. The development of vocational and survival skills start at the beginning of performance in job functions in the TC community, which has substantial value to the individual. Its aim is not only to detain or confine residents but also to challenge them to learn vocational skills for their entry to the community. Vocational rehabilitation helps the individual to become less dependent, adapt himself, and become more independent by making positive changes. So these are the different topics that we will tackle in this video presentation. The organizational hierarchy of therapeutic community, staff functions, job changes, and the livelihood and skills training. Let's move to the skills and attitude development. Thinking plus feeling equals behavior. Thinking plus feeling plus behavior equals attitude. Those are the formulas under the vocational. An attitude is a set of emotions, thoughts, and dispositions. Attitude determines how a person behaves. Attitude depends on how a person thinks, feels, and acts. Ideas formed from thoughts are transformed into feelings. A combination of thoughts and feelings determines a person's reaction to a particular situation. A person's attitude shapes their ability to learn and absorb all the teachings of the program. So this trains his willingness to take responsibility and grow. A person's attitude is related to his development in the field of profession and profession. This speaks to his adaptability and flexibility for different tasks and functions. This predetermines subsequent actions on the hierarchical ladder. Skill development is inseparable from the other components of TC, as each component plays an important role in shaping individuals' attitude. So what are the organizational hierarchy of therapeutic community? So objectives. Number 1, to create an organized structure and an efficient system of program implementations. Number 2, to foster the feeling of empowerment and self-sufficiency among residents, to improve the line of communication between personnel and residents, to promote the self-sufficient TC utilizing the residents who possess a variety of skills. Indicators: orderly and peacefully community, self-reliance, value of work evident through punctuality and patience, jobs completed on time with proper supervision, harmonious interpersonal relationship and respect for hierarchy, pride in quality. This is a sample of TCMP hierarchy structure. So who are the participants? We have personnel and residents. Personnel, those are the BJMP personnel, and residents are the PTL. The procedure: the senior member of the staff, usually the director, identifies the counselors coming from the staff or personnel. As soon as the counselors were identified, the residents of the community will submit application for certain desired positions as indicated at the hierarchical structure. The applicants will be interviewed by the staff, the director, IWDO, chief escort, and custodian. After the interview, selection of applicant for key positions, coordinator and department head, is done through the use of sociometric pointing. Group member will be assigned as per assessment of the IWDO, chief escort, and the custodian. New residents will be assigned automatically at the housekeeping department for 1 month for orientation purposes. We have 3 class TC community and they have a different jail population. In Class A, the jail population are up 1,000 up. In Class B, the jail population are 500 or 2 less than 1,000 or 999. In Class C, the jail population are 1 2 less than 500 or 499. As you can see, they have many departments in Class A to C. As you can see, they have many departments here and they have different functions and position. Next, the job functions or different job functions. The objectives: number one, to develop the right attitude of the residents toward works. Number two, to enhance the capability of the residents in their day-to-day tasks with utmost pride. So what are the indicators? Number one, the develop self-worth and sense of responsibility, initiative, creative, ingenuity, pride in quality. So who are the participants? They are the residents that will performing different job functions. Let's move to the functions of the different positions in the hierarchy. That is from highest to lowest. These are now the key position that is handled by the residents in hierarchy. The first one is coordinator. As a coordinator, you need to be a positive role model. Deals with the attitudes of the residents and acts as a member of the panel during the haircut and addresses the resident in general meeting. The leader of a team assigned to oversee a specific department, example kitchen department, responsible for reporting of job changes and recommends cutting of learning experience, assigned as coordinator on duty of the day and delegates tasks to be covered for the day, encourages residents to use behavior shaping tools, example encounter slips or booking. 7. Responsible for oversees that his team works efficiently, supervises the overall function of the department in the TC facility, reports to staff any incident that is not in the boundaries of a resident to deal with. Number 10, carries out any given task that staff member assigned him or her. In charge to disseminate instructions given by the director and staff through coordination with co-coordinators. Last, serves as liaison between resident and staff. The second one is coordinator on duty. Then the third one is chief expeditor, assistant chief expeditor, department head, department crew. The different departments of TCMP: Business Office Department or BOD, Expediting Team, Kitchen Department, Maintenance and Landscaping Department, Housekeeping Department, and lastly, the Laundry Department. Let's move to the staff functions. The first one is director. The warden serves as the director of the facility. He oversees all the activities in the program. He designates staff to serve as counselors. He makes final decision as to what sanctions of learning experience will be meted out to erring residents. The second one is assistant director. This position is usually occupied by the assistant warden. He takes over the responsibilities in the absence of the director. He reports directly to the director and assists him in the conduct of the latter's responsibilities. The third is counselor. A staff is assigned as a counselor for each department. The jail setup is unique as the counselors take on other responsibilities in addition. Due to inadequate number of jail personnel, custodial officers are oftentimes assigned as counselors. The counselors are responsible for the conduct of different activities of TC on a daily basis.
Job change. What is job change? Job change rotation where all TC implementing jail and when every 6 months. Intervention, objectives, expected result, method, procedure, duration, and responsible for person. This kind of job change will be done regular every six months. This will be done by the TCMP director by calling all the staff counselor in order to facilitate the procedural change of position handling by department head and coordinators. Once meeting is done, the coordinator will now apply for the position as where they want be assigned. What will be evaluated by the staff before giving their new assignment. After each assignment, it identify the director or the IWDO will announce the community the new assignment and position and the applicants are holding. Another one is job change with infraction offense committee where all the TC implementing jail when upon violation offense participants, disciplinary board, TC staff and resident. A sudden change of position and responsibility will occur if certain resident holding key position committing infraction such as violation of cardinal rules. Such infraction has been verified and investigated by the responsible inmates, and such investigation report reached the staff. It is assumed that the member of disciplinary board already sanctioned the residents, after which he will outside up his present position and promotion, and demotion will take the effect for example, coordinator of kitchen. The department has found out using a food container to the facilitate entry of alcoholic beverage. He will given a sanction by the member of disciplinary board. After the investigation, and the department of head kitchen will assume his position and a crew can provide to take the department of head position. Job change, vocational position upon releasing where all TC implementing jail when upon releasing a resident holding a key position. Releasing of the resident, particularly the one who occupy a key position, will open a vacancy. The vacated position will fill up by either succession depending on her qualification. Director, IWDO, chief escort, or custodial may conduct interview and selection of the applicants, applying for position, and will announce later who qualifies for the vacant position. Never allow the resident to do the selection and interview without the supervision of any staff.
Let's move to the livelihood and skills training. Objectives to motivate the participation of the residents in the livelihood and skills training in preparation for reintegration to the mainstream of society. Number 2, to cultivate and enhance one's capacity to become productive and improve self-worth. What are the indicators? Self-reliant, resourceful, and creative individuals generate income. These are the list of suggested vocational skills training. We have 3 courses, which is the culinary arts, basic steel fabrication, beds making. In culinary arts, it is a cooking and baking for a 3-month period of study with 1 month on-the-job training. The requirements is length of stay in the facility, which is 5 months. Of course, you need to be a good health. In support group, TESDA, ALS, service provider, IWDO. In the basic steel fabrication, it is a welding. The support group, TESDA, ALS. The third is beds making. It is a training on beds. The support group, service provider. Before we end the video presentation, these are the other suggested vocational skills training. We have 17 here: rug making, wood carving, flower making, massage therapy, artistry, basic electricity, automotive, masonry and carpentry, tailoring and dressmaking, furniture, lantern and Christmas decor making, t-shirt printing, basket weaving, shell craft, guitar making, organic farming.